Number 3 in our special survey. Now, when I did the last 2 surveys, this song was actually number 1 on both of those surveys. As I said, you can go to Spotify Music, look out for Donald Tom 20 Retro. If you have Spotify Premium, you can hear the songs. If you don't, you'll just hear the snippets. That's how Spotify works. You gotta pay the price to hear the songs. But nonetheless, the song was sung by Ms. Mariah Carey and written, if I'm not mistaken, by Mariah Carey and Walter Anisef. I'm sure her 50% of her paycheck every year comes from this song. I swear to it on my life. The song was successful when the first release, number 6 on the Billboard Contemporary chart in the United States at number 2, and the United Kingdom and Japan. Background and writing followed the success of her 1993 album Music Box. Carey and her management at Columbia Records, including Carey's then homie Tommy Mulata. I don't know who she's married to now. She's probably not married at all. I know she was married to Mick Cannon for a while, got him a couple of kids along with his other 27? 127, who knows? I mean, if you ever have a nuclear bomb drop on us one of these days and you need to repopulate the earth, Nick Cannon is your guy. So when you hear those things, you better hide Nick Cannon somewhere. And Alec Baldwin, he's just as fertile. But anyway, let's not talk about that. Head of Columbia Records, the group discussed recording a Christmas album, but hesitated, as such albums were typically released when artists' careers were waning. Carey's songwriting partner over the 4 years, Walter Anisef, said in 2015, back then you didn't have a lot of artists with Christmas albums. It wasn't a known science at all back then. And there nobody who knew big Christmas songs, so we're going to release it as a kind of an everyday. Hey, we're putting out a Christmas album. No big deal. After Mulata persisted, Carey and Emma began writing composition songs for Merry Christmas in mid-1994. Carey decorated the home as she shared with Mulata with Christmas decorations. Feeling that she could be the holiday spirit and make her performances more authentic. All I Want for Christmas Is You was recorded in August and took Carey Osmond a total of 15 minutes to write and compose. So very quick work here. Initially, Osmond admitted that he was puzzled and blanched as to where Carey wanted to take the melody and vocal scales, though she was adamant in her direction of the song. In an interview with Billboard, Osmond described the type of relationship he and Carey shared in the studio and as songwriters. It was always the same sort of system with us. We would be in the nuance of the song, the melody primary part, and then some of the words there were finished writing it. I started playing some rock and roll piano and started boogie wigging with my left hand, and that inspired Martin to come up with the melodic singing. I don't want a lot for Christmas, and started singing and playing around with this rock and roll boogie sound, which immediately became out to be the nucleus of what would end up being All I Want for Christmas Is You. That one went very quickly. It was an easier song to write than some of the other ones. It was very chromatic, not a lot of chord changes. I tried to make it a little more unique, putting in some special chords that you really don't hear a lot of, which made it unique and special. And then the next week or two, Mariah would call me and say, what did you think about that bit? We would talk a bit under she got the lyrics all nicely coordinated and done. And then she just waited until the sessions began, which were in the summer of '94, where we got together in New York and started recording. And that's when we first hear the microphone singing, and the rest is history. Okay, here's the song. Number 3, Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You.